This is Sasha from Women's Fight News, sponsored by Champions Memorabilia. Saturday, the 25th of June, Jessica McCaskill is going to defend her welterweight titles against Alma Ibarra. The fight will take place in San Antonio, Texas, and will be showed live on DAZN. Jessica McCaskill is the undisputed welterweight champion. She went on to defeat Celia Brackhouse to claim them titles. Later went on to have a rematch to defeat Cecilia Brackhouse again. And since then, she's had one other fight, which she came away with a stoppage. Jessica's current record is 11 wins, 2 losses with 4 KOs. One of them losses come very early in her career, and the second one was against Katie Taylor. This will be Jessica's first fight this year. She hasn't been the most active of fighters for whatever reason. Like I said before, she defeated Cecilia Brackhouse. It felt like a very long time for that rematch, which happened. And then again, it felt like a long gap before she defended her titles at the end of last year. And now she's getting back out in the ring. But like I say, this is her first time out in 2022. So she's not been a consistent fighter since she's held them belts. Her opponent, Alma Ibarra, her record stands at 10 wins, 1 loss with 5 KOs. Now, Alma's been a little bit more active. She has fought this year. She fought twice last year. But this is her first 10-round fight since 2019. Her last 3 fights have been 8-rounders, and her last fight, she did get an early stoppage. If you looked at the caliber of opponents for each of them, you will give Jessica the heads up on that one. She's fought Katie Taylor, Cecilia Brackhouse, Erica Farias. She has been in there with some fantastic champions. However, I think this fight is going to be closer than what people are thinking. I think a lot of people are presuming Jessica's going to get through this fight, and there are potentially some big fights. I know Chantel Cameron, who's the super lightweight champion, has called out Jessica McCaskill and said she'd love that fight for undisputed. There's some big fights to be made at this division, but I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park for Jessica. I actually think both of their styles are very similar. They both like to walk their opponents down. Now, with Jessica, she is known for her very high volume punch count. She throws tons of punches each round. She walks her opponents down. She does not stop throwing. Her arms are constantly moving. Alma seems quite similar. However, the difference is Alma does use her jab to get in on the inside, whereas I think Jessica at times walks herself in whilst throwing shots, and they can be any variety of shots. It's a high volume of the shots, and it can overwhelm their opponents. Alma seems to use that nice long straight jab, works her way in, and then she unleashes, and then she throws a high volume of punches on the inside. Something Alma can be a little bit guilty of is head hunting. She naturally just goes to the head a lot. Whether she's obviously doing that straight jab to the head, she gets herself on the inside, and then she still just unleashes on the head. She can neglect the body at times. And I think Jessica's got a little bit more variety and will move up and down the body. I do think that it's going to make a great fight. I've got a feeling it's going to be quite explosive from the start. I don't think there's going to be much feeling each other out. I think they're there to make a statement right from round 1. I do believe Jessica's going to go in as the favourite, but for me, it could be a 50-50 fight, and I really believe it could go either way. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe.